Welcome to Project 1 in our financial statement analysis course. I want to spend a little bit of time going over the projects via um, these videos, just because they can be a little detailed, and I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. So, what's the purpose? Well, the primary purpose of this project is to understand company backgrounds and the environment, gather some and organize data on operations, markets, and competitors, and to try to identify strengths, weaknesses, and some external opportunities and threats. The first step is to choose a company. So we need to choose a publicly traded company, not a bank or an insurance firm, not Molson Coors, because my examples are all going to be from Molson Coors. You're going to use Yahoo Finance to check the dividends and the debt equity ratio of the company. To do this analysis, we're going to make sure that our data is, in quotes, clean. All right. So we must have dividends to do some of our valuation analysis later. And with the recent increase in debt repurchases and the increasing amounts of treasury stock in some companies, we need to make sure that debt equity is a positive number, or that we could find it. So how you do that is you go to Yahoo Finance, put your ticker symbol in the quote box, and then when it comes up, you're going to scroll down and you want to find the area where it talks about dividends, and you need to find some numbers there. Likewise, you go down and find debt equity, scroll down, and then you will find again, we need to find a positive number there. If either one of these places has NA, that means number one, no dividends. And number two, it means that they're not reporting debt equity, which isn't possible. Obviously, we know what that is, but that the number is negative. So we want to make sure we have a, in quotes, good company to analyze. You need to download the latest Form 10K from the company's investor relations site. So you go to the company's website, scroll down to the bottom, or sometimes it's even at the top where it says investors. Click on that and find their annual 10K. Get the most recent. Now, we're hoping that Morningstar Direct is going to be up and running. If it is, I'm going to ask you to go out and analyze the site. So you'll go to morningstardirect.com. You'll enter your ticker symbol in the top where it has a quote box, and then select Go. When it leaves and goes, it brings up a site very similar to Yahoo Finance, but much more detailed. So what you're going to do, there are several parts to the Morningstar Direct section for corporations. And what I'd like you to do is write 2 or 3 sentences for each of these pages in the website. Now, this is going to be a group project. So I suggest that you divide these up in half or by a third if there's 3 people in your group. Write those sentences and then combine them for your ending report. Certainly you want to converse and make sure that everybody understands what's on those pages. Step 2, we're going to start to write a paper. We're going to have 2 to 3 pages where we talk about some basic information, right? So using bullet using using bullet points. Put the company name, the ticker symbol, where is the headquarters, what is the year that it was founded, who is the CEO, number of employees, and what stock exchange we can find that from. In part 2, let's talk about business segments, right? What are the major divisions of the company? What are the key products? Who are their customers? Much of this information is found in the 10K, but it also can be found in Morningstar. What about the geographic reach? Let's talk about operations. Where do they have most of their operating divisions, if you will? Talk about their domestic versus international revenue. Again, all of these things are easily found in Morningstar Direct. Finally, let's talk about competitors. 2 or 3 competitors. Let's talk about their size, the size of the competitors, their market share. What do they focus on? Um, Again, what I would expect from here is just a paragraph or maybe 2, 3 sentences about each of these following line items. Step 3, we're going to complete a SWOT analysis. Now, many of us may not be aware of what a SWOT analysis is or even how to do it. So, we're going to watch a video. This video will walk you through, it's a fairly short video. It'll talk about what SWOT analysis is, how it's used, and how we can prepare it. So then you'll generate a SWOT. What I'm going to ask you to do is actually to generate using ChatGPT. So you're going to use the following prompt in ChatGPT. Again, prepare a SWOT analysis for, enter your company's name, providing at least 5 factors in each category. Expand the evidence, explain why is important, and include references. Download the analysis as a Word document with a reference page. That will provide you with a printout. Again, it's going to give you a Word document. It's going to give you that Word document will actually have a reference page on it. This document, we're going to work with this in a minute, but you're also going to download this document, not download, you're going to upload this document as part of your group analysis. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create what's referred to as a SWOT matrix. You're going to identify the top 3 of those factors in the previous SWOT analysis. Talk about just not all 5, talk about 3 of them. I would like you to try to explain and support with evidence each one of these factors that you feel are so important. What does a SWOT analysis look like? So it looks like this. In fact, you can copy and paste this table and then enter your analysis right here, right? Boom, boom, boom. Type in your analysis here, and you will have 3 of those for each category, if you will, or for each of these quadrants. Will be the 3 biggest factors in your opinion, and later we'll talk about that. So what you're going to do then, once we've created this quadrant, you're going to write 1 to 2 paragraphs about each one of the quadrants. Provide any additional evidence to back up your analysis. Again, while you're doing this, these are the things you need to be thinking about. What is the company's current position? Does it have strategic advantages? Are there any areas for improvement or areas of risk that we need to be concerned about? And finally, what is or is there any information we can get about the company's future growth potential? So what are the deliverables? You're going to have this direct Morningstar review summary. You're going to have a 4 to 5 page report that includes the company description, the SWOT matrix, and the SWOT summary paragraphs. You're going to have an APA reference page. Again, It would be nice if you could have a non-internet source. However, I'm not going to hold you to that necessarily. And then you're going to submit that Word document via Turnitin. Include your name, course, and date. Again, I'm not so concerned about the date. I know what the date is. But how the name should be, it should be FSA, Project 1, then your name, then the company you're following, .docx. What are the key reminders? Focus on descriptive and strategic information. No ratio analysis yet. Write in your own words and cite resources. Proofread for clarity and professionalism. Use headings, right? Company description, SWOT analysis, etc. You have 2 weeks to get this done. I would suggest maybe in the first week you get the first couple of steps done. That gives you some time to meet with your partners in your group and to complete the final analysis. There is a grading rubric that we'll use. Here is the rubric. It's worth 100 points. It talks about how those points are going to be distributed. Again, in the actual Canvas page, it describes that just a wee little bit more, because there's not everything has the same points, right? 20 points for the first, 30 points, 30 points, then 10 and 10. That gets us to our 100 point total for this assignment. So if you have any questions, of course, don't forget to contact me. We'll get this done and get started with this class. Again, welcome to Financial Statement Analysis. Bye-bye.